Britain, which for nearly a century now controlled the Atlantic with its superior naval power, had launched a blockade of northern Europe. Germany retaliated with a highly effective U-boat campaign that seemed to be able to tilt the balance of power on the high seas. In May 1915, a German U-boat sank the British liner Lusitania, leaving 1,200 dead, including 128 Americans. It was a shock. There were calls for America to go to war. But despite initial disclaimers, it was found that the ship was indeed in violation of neutrality laws and carrying a large cargo of arms to Britain. Bryan demanded that Wilson condemn the British blockade of Germany as well as the German attack, seen both as infringements of neutral rights. When Wilson refused, Bryan resigned in protest. Wilson was increasingly coming to believe that if the U.S. did not join the war, it would be denied a role in shaping the post-war world. And in January 1917, he dramatically delivered the first formal presidential address to the Senate since the days of George Washington. He called for peace without victory, based on core American principles of self-determination, freedom of the seas, and an open world with no entangling alliances. The centerpiece of such a world would be a League of Nations that would enforce the peace. Wilson's idealism has always been suspect because it seemed to be consistently undermined by his politics. American neutrality in this war was in effect more a principle than a practice. J.P. Morgan, along with Rockefeller of Standard Oil, had been one of the two titans of American finance since the Civil War. He died in 1913, but his son, J.P. Morgan Jr., effectively served as America's banker to the British Empire between 1915 and 17, when the U.S. entered the war.